Nowadays, most of our laptops are thin, powerful machines that have the average power of an average desktop. Well, back in the 90s, that was a totally polar opposite ideal. Until the Sony Vaio PCG-505 came into existence. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what's the difference between a 20-year-old laptop and a brand new machine? Well, a lot actually, down to the specs and the size. Back in 1997, Sony released the Vaio series of laptops and netbooks. Now the thing was, with their netbook line, it was really surprising at how thin and how light these computers were. These computers were only 23.9 millimeters thick and only weighing 1.3 kilograms, plus also packing in an Intel Pentium MXX processor running at 133 megahertz, with most laptops having a standard memory size of 32 megabytes, but was expandable to 64. Alright, so let's get started. First, we will clean the outer casing. And before you ask, where's the battery at? Well, I have it right here. It's how can I put this? Not in the best condition when I got it. So, I guess I'm just gonna have to order a replacement, which I already did. Let's get this out of here and get started. So, we're gonna start with my homemade special cleaning solution, which is made with lavender oil, eucalyptus oil, and a hint of mint oil. The eucalyptus helps get rid of any grime that's been building up over the laptop over the many years. Now, these older laptops, you gotta be careful of scratches, especially with these old Vaio laptops. Their outer casing is made of a durable, well, semi-durable and mendable aluminum casing, which are really easy and prone to bending, so you want to be careful when cleaning them. To get out any little scratches, take isolene propyl alcohol, and you want to take it and gently scrub the surface. Like so. Next, we're going to clean the insides with Clorox wipes. These are good for cleaning up any old keyboards, because most keyboards over time are a really, really, really nasty thing with the buildup of bacteria and stuff. And it doesn't really help with that damn coronavirus going around. So it's good to clean everything off, even the screens. Now, if the inside ain't clean, we're going to take isopropylene alcohol and we're going to clean the keyboard. Now, with these older computers, most of the lettering will come off with this type of alcohol. So what you want to do is you want to be careful when cleaning around the keys and surfaces. You always want to get in between the nooks and crannies, and if you need to, push down on some keys to get inside the crevices. And just look at that. All that dirt and gunk that's been building up over the years inside these laptop keyboards. That's real disgusting. Next, we shall clean the keyboard surface. Make sure to gently go over every single key to get in between all the crevices, even if you didn't get them with the Q-tip. Now that we are done cleaning the laptop, it's time to clean the accessories that comes with the laptop. Yay! I'm gonna skip the process of this and go on to the next part. So after a good cleaning, let's get this thing powered on. Well, we're in. This is the Sony Vaio. Now let's get started with some of its features. Let's start with the system specs. This system was running Windows 98, but when I originally got it, it was running Windows 95. It has 128 megabytes of RAM, which is upgraded. It has an Intel processor. Well, Pentium processor. MMX, basically. But yeah, and for the time, this computer was actually really good and really powerful of what the stuff it could do. So, yeah. Let's talk about some of its other features that it has. Now, this computer may be powerful, but there's one weird thing to it. It comes with a stylus. Seriously, who wants a stylus with a laptop?
Now, who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus.
I mean, I don't see a reason to have a stylus on a laptop, but I guess if you like it, I mean, it's good to draw with on MS Paint, but otherwise, not really anything else is really useful with this at all. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have, but there's just no point if you can just use your finger. So, yeah, this was kind of pointless. On the side of the laptop, you find a port for, and more accessories, a floppy drive, power, micro firewire, a USB 1.0 port, and an input and output for audio. And on the other side of the computer, you got a PCMIA slot for your Ethernet or whatever cards you used them for, power switch, a power button, which, why are there two? You got a power switch here and you got a power button. Well, fun fact, if you press this button, it actually puts the computer in a suspended mode. So, yeah. And then you got the IR sensor right here, which gives out IR signals to, well, send files to each other, basically. So, is that enough ports for you? Haha, well, you know what? It's not. We got a port dock. Yeah, this was a dock you can use to give it more ports. You got printer port, VGA output, mouse and keyboard inputs, and a controller output. And it had this huge-ass cable you plug into the side of the laptop. So it just made it more clumsy to even use. This was a netbook, not some big laptop with a bunch of cords sticking out of it. And then you got the CD drive. Now this was useful for some people. Plus it used a PCMIA card slot to actually work with it. So all you gotta do is just take it and plug it into the side of the laptop through the PCMIA slot. And then all of a sudden, you get stuff to put your DVDs in, and movies, and, well, whatever you did back in the 90s with CDs. I really don't know. And it also did come with a floppy drive, but, I mean, who really uses floppies anymore? So, this is basically just came with it for no reason. Some other things that came with the laptop were its System Restore and System Application Restore CD. And this is basically useless. So, let's get rid of it. On to other features. It came with Microsoft Office, at least, which was nice, but, I mean, I don't use this, but, I mean, it's nice to have. You have other computers, I guess. I mean, but it did come with that, which was nice. Now, was there any other accessories you can use on this laptop? Well, there was, but I don't got them. But I will show a picture of what it looked like. They're like these speakers you would add onto the sides. The sides have ports on the connectors on the side. You can have giant external speakers on the side, but I don't got those, so yeah. But otherwise, I mean, this computer does have a speaker, but it really, 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 really sucks. So that's basically it for this computer. I have no other use for it, but it was nice reviewing, and now it's going to go in my vintage laptop collection. And the weird part is that these computers were really popular in Japan, and, well, other countries where Sony was. But in the United States, it wasn't as popular. I mean, there weren't as many sold, but if you go on eBay, there's barely any on there at all for this model. This was a high-end model, so, yeah. So, this was my review of something retro, not as retro, but still cool for the time, of a laptop. So, yeah. Well, I hope you have a nice day, and please don't get sick from the coronavirus, and, you know, stay indoors.